Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the New England Sports Center for Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Co-op Hockey on HCAM. Tom Nappy here. Happy to be on the call as today the Hopkinton Hillers take on Ashland, and it should be a good battle here today. The Hillers took both games last season against Ashland. Hopkinton 1-4 on the season. Ashland is 0-4, and we are set to go. Hillers in the white, Ashland in the navy blue, and we are underway. Is Ashland trying to work up the near side, and there to collect Catherine Kelly. Hillers get it into the Ashland end, collected along the end boards by Sam Kelly. Now along the far side, poking it out. That's Caitlin Gahn out in front of the net. Ashland sending it up the ice. Well, one thing this Hiller team has done well the last few games is create pressure in front of the net, create pandemonium, and then you get the likes of Lucy Jean in there to try to knock one in. But it's all about creating pandemonium in front of the net as we get a face-off 36 seconds into action. Off the face-off into the Hillers end as that puck is popped up and will be gloved by Riley Cholera off the stick of Liz Zapata. This Ashland co-op team, relatively young. They're co-oped with Holliston. You got 3 seniors on the roster. Here come the Hillers. Up mid-ice, that's Beeler. Coming up the near side along the corner. Looking to send it out. Up to the blue line now. Hedger gets it far side. Some back and forth along the far side. Here's Liz Sapota. And backing her up, that is Sensio. She'll take a shot, wrapped up by Cholera. We'll get a face-off at 13:30 left here in the first period. In the Hillers end. Off the face-off. Puck rings around the end boards. Along the near side now, battle for it. Taking it up the ice, that's Kelly. She's diverted briefly by Molly Wade. A couple other Hillers getting in there, and they'll send it into Ashland territory, collect along the corner by the assistant captain, Sam Kelly. Now racing in, that's Jean with the puck. Sends it back to the blue line, Arthur. Looking to get it out in front of the net in that slot area where Abby Craven was waiting. It's diverted. Pinto flings it up the near side. Here comes Jean. Along the far side, gets around the defender, sends it back. From the high slot, there's a shot just wide by Gahn. Sent to the far side boards now. Flung up the near side by Callie Arthur. And Craven takes it away. Craven approaching, sends it out in front of the net. That shot diverted. And a sent back. Pass to the near side from Gahn. There's a wrister attempt by Callie Arthur, blocked by the defender. And we'll end up with a face-off coming up at 11:55 left to go. Yeah, I think we had a violation there, but a non-penalty violation on the Hillers. off the face-off. On the far side corner, trying to dig it out, Hennigan. And now racing up the ice. That was Beeler taking it up. The Oilers trying to bring the pressure as Sabozic was diverted. We're going to get a call here. We're going to get a tripping call. It's going to be against Ashland, I believe. It will indeed. Hillers, they're going on the power play. That call against Lila Houston. Off the face-off. Along the far side now, set out. Here comes Hedger, racing in. That shot diverted, getting out in front of it, Sam Kelly. Well, the Hillers trying to take it in from the end boards, and it's set back. Oh, that was Lucy Jean trying to feed it into that slot area. Set back to the blue line from Jean. Hedger gets it to her left as Callie Arthur's shot is deflected, and there's a shot on net, turned away. Secondary shot, pandemonium out in front. Crayman trying to stuff it in, and the goaltender able to cover it up. So Chloe Henchy, the freshman goaltender for Ashland, covers that one up. We get a face-off at 10:50 left to go in the first period. Goaltender matchup today, Riley Cholera for Hopkinton, Chloe Henchy for Ashland. Along the far side corner, Crayman sends it up to the blue line. There's a shot turned away. That was a good power shot from Callie Arthur. Along the slot now, sent back. 57 seconds left on the Hiller power play. A battle for possession along the near side, sent up by Sapota. Beeler gets it far side. Jean racing in. Sends it up over to Arthur Arister, and into traffic that goes, deflects into the corner. Crayman trying to bring it around the end board, sent back to the near side. And here comes Jean, approaching, there's a shot, and she's got a score! Top shelf Lucy Jean makes it 1-0. The Hillers take advantage of the power play opportunity and come up with a score at 9:53 left to go in the first period. Well, that was just another tremendous shot by Lucy Jean, the senior out of Hopkinton, to make it a 1-0 game. And there was 10 seconds left on the power play. Hillers able to take advantage. And now here's Beeler. Beeler battling along the end boards with Sam Kelly. Along the corner, sent out, high slot. That shot diverted from Gone. Puck squirts out, collected by Olivia Young. Young trying to take it up the ice, contested by Hennigan. There's a wrister towards the net from Sam Kelly. Cholera got the stick on it, to deflect to the end boards. Battle along the far side now. Jocelyn Lomnicki. Ooh, we have a tangle up along that far side. No call. Sent to the near side now. Back and forth battle here along the boards. Sent back into Ashland territory. Sam Kelly will send it far side. Leighton contested, trying to take it up. And now here's Lila Houston. Approaching 8.5 minutes left to go in this first period. So back and forth here along the neutral zone. Leighton able to get it into Hiller territory. Gone, pops it off the boards. And sent back up the far side. Gone with it. Moved over to the near side now, over to Kelly. So back and forth along the near side. Puck squirts free in Ashland territory briefly and then sent up the far side. Hedger there to collect. Over to Jean, putting on the moves. Jean getting around a couple defenders, and we're going to get a penalty as there's a shot. It's going to be a delayed call. It was Craven with the shot on net, and here comes the penalty call for tripping. Hillers will have their second power play opportunity. That will be called on Emmy Henchy. Tom Nappy happy to be on the call with you this Saturday afternoon. Dave McCarthy on camera. A 1-0 Hiller lead, 7:39 left to go in the first period, and they're once again on the power play. Along the near side. Lomnicki moves it up the far side boards. Kelly looking to race in, trip. And puck taken away. Here comes Gillespie. There's a wrister to flex into the corner. Set back to the corner now. Ashland trying to desperately move it out of their territory as they are shorthanded at the moment. Along the far side. Well, Nicky sends it to the corner. Jean was looking to send it out. Some back and forth here. Ashland able to maintain possession. Sepota working up the ice. Just under a minute left on the Hiller penalty. Sepota able to get it to the end boards. Yeah, a little mishap in Hiller territory. Fortunately for the Hillers, Ashland was in the midst of a change. Here comes Lomnicki. Sending it out in front. Sent back to the far side by Bailey Berry. Along the end boards. And that is sent out. Jean with it. Brings it around, sends it to Callie Arthur, top of the circle. Into traffic, she goes with it. And now it's taken by Craven. Into the left circle, there's a wrister glove save by Chloe Henchy. And we'll get a face-off at 5:46 left to go, and the penalty just expiring. Hiller's in the midst of a change. She'll change up the front line. Altier, Gillespie, and Finnegan out there. Yeah, I think Ashland does have to wait till puck drop here to go even strength. Oh, that's set. Well, the numbers on the scoreboard are a little messed up. There was actually 6 seconds left on the penalty. Now it has expired. That is sent over by Hedger. Over to Finnegan. Finnegan trying to bring it up the far side. Some back and forth here. Sent back to Hedger. She'll pop it off the boards. Finnegan gets it into Ashland territory. Picked up by Kelly. Along the far side now. Here comes Jean racing in. Around the defender out in front and trying to go 5-hole, and a great save by the Ashland goaltender, Chloe Henchy. Jean brought the heat once again, put on the moves. Got a great shot off, but Henchy able to cover it up. We get a face-off at 4:51 left to go. Off the face-off, closing in. That shot turned away from Craven. And we get a whistle here. It's going to be against Ashland. And we'll get an interference call. A correction. Yes, it will indeed be against Ashland. It'll be against Bailey Berry on the interference call. So the Hillers with their third power play opportunity of the game. Sent over to Hedger. Jean gets it out. There's a shot covered up. That shot from Beeler. Well, the Hillers would really like to take advantage of this power play. Off the face-off. Popped off the glass into Hiller territory. Set aside by Cholera. A battle along the near side. Beeler trying to dig it out. Craven gets in there. Swipe to the far side. Jean collects. Jean looking for Beeler. Here goes Jean. Bringing it up the far side. Takes a check into the boards. Contested in the corner by Liz Sapota. Callie Arthur sends it back to Jean. Jean out to Craven. Craven in the high slot. A wrister into traffic. It's deflected. Craven battling it out now. Sent to the right circle. A backhander out in front. A secondary backhander turned away. That was Morgan Beeler bringing the pressure. Jammed up in the corner now along the end boards. And trying to stuff it in, and she will. The Hillers take advantage of another power play. Abby Craven with the score. Able to backhand it through the 5-hole. And the Hillers make it a 2-0 lead at 3:18 left to go in the first period. Abby Craven with a nice score there. Hillers with a pair of power play scores here in this first period as we hit the 3-minute mark. Sent up the far side, trying to dig it out, gone. Along the left circle, wrists it off the boards. Into the neutral zone it goes. Ashland looking for a breakaway. They have the numbers, a 2-on-1. Here's Olivia Young. There's a shot turned away by Arthur. A tremendous save there. Now along the end boards, swiping it to the near side, Sabazic. Along the boards it goes, and looking for the steal, and getting it is Grace Hennigan. Hennigan, yep. Tries to set it towards the slot. That pass got away. Sent up the far side. Sabazic back ice. Pops it off the end boards to get it near side. Hillers looking to clear. There's a wrister from the left circle. And a good save by Cholera. And the Hillers will switch things up on the ice with 2:10 left to go here in the first period. Off the face-off. Racing up the ice, Jean. Diverted by the defender that time. Getting out in front of her was Olivia Hearn. Hedger back at the blue line, sends it up. Beeler looking to collect, sends it out from the far side of Hedger. Hedger trying to send it back up the far side. Able to push it towards Ashland territory. Jean there to collect. Here she comes up the near side. Racing in, around the defender, a backhander, and a score for the Hillers. Lucy Jean does it again. Just racing around the defender, gets out in front of the net and backhands it in. At 1:34 left to go, and it's a 3-0 lead for the Hillers. Well, Lucy Jean had 4 goals in the Hillers last game. So far today has 2 more. Here's Cramen, there's a shot, and that's deflected. Cramen nearly had the 5-hole there. Just able to cover it up was Henchy. Sent out to the slot. And Jean with another backhander. Ends up across to the far side. Cramen sends it out. Beeler, her pass deflected. Arthur will send it back up the far side. Under a minute left to go here in the first period. And there's another shot turned away by Henchy. That was a good shot by Beeler. That had some mustard on it. Jean with it. Gets it over to their side. Arthur trying to take it up. Ooh, Peyton Tripp nearly stole it away there. On the far side, Savazic. Wrister off of Arthur's leg pad it goes. 20 seconds left to go here in the period. Sent to Beeler. Jean with it now. There's 13 seconds left. Jean racing up the ice. She's looking for the buzzer beater here, but a little too much traffic to deal with that time. Well, that is going to do it for the first period, but a great period for the Hillers as they take advantage of a couple power play opportunities and end up with 3 goals in the first period. You had Lucy Jean at 9:53 left, and then you had Abby Cramen at 3:18 left, and Lucy Jean, a nice backhander once again, at 1:34 left. It's a 3-0 Hillers lead as we head into the second period. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Co-op Hockey live on HCAM. HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as MapFree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance. On Monday, December 22nd, Hiller Girls Hockey hosted Auburn. It was a 1-0 Auburn lead heading into the second period. Good moment to go back on that power play. Popped off the glass by Tatum on the far side. Puck loose in the neutral zone, picked up by Beeler, sends it over. Pass by Hedger over to Cramen. Cramen looking to approach. Into the right circle, and it's in! A score for the Hillers! Abby Cramen rings it in! It remained a 1-1 game into the third period. He picked up along the near side and wristed across the ice by Connor. And now approaching, and right off the bat, Lauren Connor gets a breakaway and puts Auburn back on top. 29 seconds in. She takes it into Auburn territory, into the left circle, trying to get through the defenders. And a shot, and it's deflected in! Lucy Jean takes it up in Auburn territory. Gets help from Morgan Beeler in front of the net. Auburn would hang on for the 4-3 win. On Tuesday, December 23rd, the Hiller boys basketball team had their first home game of the season and tried to capture their first win after 2 road losses against Millis in front of a pumped-up crowd. Myself, Tom Nappy, on the call.
Out of the corner. He pump fakes, trying to get it back to Fortier, and it's stripped away. Elstrom Hall with it for the Hillers. Feeds it over to Cho, and now into Riley. Back out to Cho. 3-ball, yes! Gavin Cho with a pair of threes to start off the night. Set for the entry. Great atmosphere here the day before Christmas Eve at the Athletic Center. And a great shot there. Rocco Spinelli, the junior, for 3. But Millis trying to respond here. What a block by Gavin Cho. Hillers get the turnover. Cho takes it down, feeds it to the corner. Up for 3, yes! Rocco Spinelli. Spinelli has it. Spinelli coast to coast. No good. Batted in the air. Watante able to keep it for the Hillers as he kicks it out. And now a shot from the lane. Yes! Rocco Spinelli from 3-point land. Peavy takes it right back up. Down the lane, shot from the block. And a good block by Lohr. A steal for the Hillers, and how about that? Miles Heavey says, "You're going to block me? Well, I'm going to steal it away and draw a foul." Plus get a bucket, of course. An and one opportunity. The game, it looks like. And the first-year Millis coach wants to cool him down. Elstrom Hall feeds it over, up and in. Andrew Boschman. McNally gets it over to Spinelli, trying to feed it into the interior, knocked back out to Spinelli. Up top, Elstrom Hall behind the back dribble, feeds it underneath. And the kick out, 3-ball, yes! Connor Wynn. Cho feeds it over to Wynn. Now, if you're the Hillers, you're going to maybe hang on to the ball a little longer here as Connor Wynn knocks it down from 3-point land. Show back to Wynn. Over to the short corner now. McNally feeds it out. 3-ball, yes! Rocco Spinelli strikes.
Hillers took the win 69-58 and improved to 1-2 on the season. Millis falls to 3-1 on the young season. For the Hillers, Rocco Spinelli led the way with 16 points. Gavin Cho contributed 15 for the Hillers in their home opening win. On Saturday, December 27th, the Mary Corby tournament kicked off. In Game 1, Hopkinton defeated Medford 74-37. A big offensive performance for the Hillers. In Game 2, Milford got the win over Algonquin 45-33, which set up a Hopkinton-Milford Mary Corby championship rematch. Hiller girls hockey also hosted Wellesley on Saturday, December 27th.
Flipped up the ice by Julian Sostet. And now along the end boards. Sent out to the slot, and that's a score! What a great way to get started for the Hillers. And that was Catherine Kelly to Nina Altier. A great feed from Kelly and the junior out of Tri-County, Nina Altier, with the first score of the game at 13:34 left to go here in the first period. Galera. Hillers trying to respond with some pressure of their own as Jean racing up. 5 seconds left. Closing in towards the net, and she puts it in! A buzzer beater by Lucy Jean! Unbelievable! Right at the buzzer, she races in and pops it in.
Hopkinton led 2-0 heading into the second period.
On their side. Hiller girls basketball got a win earlier today. Lucy Jean racing into Wellesley territory. Wrist there, wow! Rings it in, top shelf! What a shot just no stopping that shot. An incredible blast from the near side.
Another Lucy Jean goal makes it a 3-0 Hiller lead heading into the third.
Beeler sends it across. Nice feed to Jean. Jean closing in. Gets around the defender, a backhander, and she's got another one. How about a hat trick for Lucy Jean? So back to the neutral zone, now deflected back in Hiller territory. Along the far side, putting on the moves, closing in. Into the circle and rings it in. And guess who? Lucy Jean again. Score number 4 for Lucy. Goal number 5 for the Hillers.
4 goals from Lucy Jean overall, and the Hiller girls co-op team capture the 5-1 win over Wellesley Lincoln Sudbury Co-op, improving to 1-4 on the season. On Sunday, December 28th, Day 2 of the Mary Corby Tournament took place. In Game 1, the consolation game, Algonquin took the win over Medford. In the championship game, Hopkinton got big offensive performances from Tegan Restaghini and Gabby Simulus, and some great defense took the 41-33 win and their second straight Mary Corby Invitational Holiday Tournament title. The Hopkinton girls are now 4-0 on the young season. HCAM Sports is supported by our viewers and by the Dentist at Hopkinton. Founded by Dr. Jill Tansey in 2003, the Dentist at Hopkinton provides state-of-the-art dental care in a comfortable and relaxing setting to patients of all ages. They are located at 77 Main Street and online at hopdent.com. Back into the New England Sports Center as we are just about ready to start the second period. Tom Nappy, happy to be on the call with you for Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Co-op Hockey as they take a 3-0 lead into the second period. Tom Nappy on the call, Dave McCarthy on camera, and good start for the Hillers, who are looking to grab their second straight win of the season after an impressive 5-1 win before a little bit of a holiday break. First game of the new year for this girls varsity co-op team. The boys play later over in Franklin in a road game against Medway for their first game of 2026. Set for the face-off, Lucy Jean up against Olivia Young. For Ashland, Hillers took advantage of a couple power play opportunities in the first period and then got another goal thanks to a tremendous Lucy Jean shot right towards the end with 1:34 left. And they lead it 3-0, looking to keep it going. Jean with a wrister, just a little high there. To the end boards it goes. Layton digs it out, sends it near side. Into Hiller territory. Arthur trying to pick it up. Sends it up the far side. A nice feed there by Kelly. Jean approaching. Sends it back to Kelly and now puts it towards the net, and that shot turned away. Sent back into Hiller territory. And we'll get an icing call and a face-off. At 14:04 left to go in the second period. Well, the Hillers getting good pressure, winning the possession battle, doing a nice job keeping the puck in Ashland territory. Hedger sends it up. Sent back towards the blue line. A wrister from the blue line, just wide of the net goes Lumnicki. Sent out now to the slot. There's a shot, and it's in! A great feed from Grace Hennigan, and Morgan Beeler pops it in. Beeler just waiting there, and just a tremendous feed. And at 13:48, Hillers make it a 4-0 game. Well, the Hillers in control now as they battle for possession along their side, set up by Lumnicki. Back in to the neutral zone, set up the far side now from Lumnicki along the end boards. To the near side, flung out by Anna Pinto. Battle for it, set back up by Lumnicki. Bringing it around. That is Anna Pinto. The correction, that's 44, Sam Kelly. She's able to get it into Hiller territory. Hopkinton bringing it right back up. Here comes Beeler. Beeler racing in. There's a shot, and she goes coast to coast. Right up to the net and just pops it in. The second period has become the Morgan Beeler show as she makes it 5-0 with 12:51 left to go. Now that was just tremendous. She brought it all the way up the ice, right up to the net, and popped it in. Along the far side, Sabazic sends it back up in Ashland territory. Battle for it. Puck jammed up along the boards. It finally comes free. Gone with it. Pops it off the board. Finnegan sends it up. Now along the end boards as Barry bangs it off the near side board, and there's a shot off the deflection, turned away. That shot was from Gillespie. Sent back out now from Gone. Jean trying to take control along the corner, sends it out. The only one there was Carly Layton for Ashland as she sends it back up. Along the far side, Gone gets it into the neutral zone. Looking to bring it up was Bailey Barry. Back into Hiller territory, Gone with it. She pushes it up to Jean, and here comes Lucy Jean. Look out. Near side circle. Oh, another one. And how about another hat trick for Lucy Jean as she makes it 6-0. At 11:24 left to go, the Hillers putting on a show here on this Saturday afternoon. And we'll get a timeout on the ice. Things looking good for the Hopkinton Hillers. They lead it 6-0. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Co-op Hockey live on HCAM.
HCAM is supported by our viewers. Thank you. And by the Hopkinton Independent newspaper and online news site. The newspaper reaches 100% of the homes and businesses in town, and the website is updated daily with exclusive Hopkinton content. Readers can receive a daily newsletter and breaking news alerts via email.
Just about set to go off the timeout. A 6-0 Hiller lead. Lucy Jean has accrued 3 scores. She has a hat trick. As she is able to take it up the ice, get into the left circle, and pop it in. And it has been all Hillers so far. Set to the high slot as Ashland looking for some pressure off the timeout. Along the blue line to Kelly. Kelly with a wrister. Yeah, I'm sure amongst the words from the Ashland coaching staff was just get the puck near the net. See if you can get some pressure going. Hillers looking to clear the zone. Sent back down by Kelly. Along the end boards. Jean trying to dig it out of the corner. Puck squirts out. Sent back towards the slot. Off the skate of Arthur. Wristed towards the corner. Arthur picks it up. Sends it up. There's a shot. A good shot. A saucer by Kelly. And it was covered up by Cholera. Just able to get the glove save on it. And then the net comes dislodged, forcing a stoppage. We'll get a face-off at 10:29 left to go in the second period. Along the near side, that shot attempt deflected. Picked up by Kelly as she moves it up. And here comes Cramen closing in, and it's covered up by Henchy. Oh, Hillers bringing the heat today. We'll get another face-off at 10:16 left to go in the second period. Off the face-off. Oh, looking for the break up the far side was Sensio. We're going to have a delayed call. Looking to close in was Sepota. There's a definite trip there. To the right circle, there's a shot, and Cholera able to cover it up. A good save. And that was Lila Houston with that last shot. So the Hillers are going to have their first penalty of the game. It's going to be against Olivia Hedger for tripping. Ashland their first power play opportunity of the game at 9:56 left to go in the second period. Morgan Beeler up against Lila Houston. Battle along the near side. That is sent up by Beeler. To the corner it goes, looking to dig it out of Hearn. Sends it up the far side to LeCurie. Here comes Ashland. Well, Ashland certainly wants to take advantage of this power play opportunity. And a nice send away there by Beeler. No icing with the power play situation, of course, as the puck is deflected into the protective netting along the near side out of play. 9:16 left to go in the second period. 1:21 left on the Ashland power play. It's going to be Jean against Peyton Tripp on the face-off. Into the neutral zone. Well, the Hillers, they got the speed on the ice for this power play situation. They know that they'll have to have the ability to retreat quickly. Bailey Barry approaching. There's a shot brushed away by Cholera. Backhanded along the far side. Into the circle it goes. Now deflected into the end boards. Jean picks it up. Jean putting on the moves. Trying to burn some time. Sends it up the ice. Went off an Ashland stick. Back into Clocker's territory. 35 seconds left on the power play. Along the far side. Sent over by Tripp. That is wristed up the near side along the end boards. There's a shot covered up by Cholera. That shot by Liz Sepota. Face off in Ashland territory, 18 seconds left on the power play. Set towards the net, brushed away by Gaughan. Along the near side boards. To the blue line, there's a shot, and a good save by Colorado. Look out for the assistant captain, Sam Kelly. She has sent a couple good shots from the blue line. Out in front, Hiller's looking to clear. Set up the near side, power play expires as it's wristed back into Hiller territory. Here comes Gaughan. She's contested along the near side. Taken by Houston. Approaching. There's a shot just wide. Well, Ashland finding a little bit of pressure since that timeout call. A battle for it along the boards. Sent out in front. And now taken to the left circle. Looking to approach, and that was sent into traffic by Houston. Well, Ashland, they had a great opportunity out in front. Olivia Hearn, though, just happened to get a little tripped up. Lost her footing. That's set back towards the Hiller net. The battle for it along the far side. Hannick trying to send it up was Finnegan. And now getting in there is Gaughan. Gaughan able to put it into Ashland territory. Yes, the first line getting a bit of a break. But they switch up the defenders. Hedger and Beeler back out there. Beeler takes it. And there's a shot attempt by Gaughan. It's deflected back into the neutral zone. Hedger putting on the moves. Looking to approach into the right circle. That shot just wide. Along the near side now. Sent across by Sam Kelly. Popped off the boards, collected by Savazic. Some back and forth along the far side. Squirts back towards the end boards. Grace Hennigan along the near side corner, battling it out. Coming away with it was J.C. Layton. Layton sends it up the far side. There to pick it up is Hennigan. Hennigan looking to approach. There's a shot, and it's deflected. To the near side corner it goes. Some good action here in these last few minutes. Sent back up the boards by Savazic. Into Hiller territory it goes, and that'll draw an icing call. At 5:27 left to go in the second period. And Hiller's going to get pretty much the first line back out there. Catherine Kelly, Lucy Jean, and Abby Craven. With Callie Arthur and Jocelyn Lumnicki on defense. Ashland looking for the breakaway, poked out by Arthur. Craven has it. Look out. But she's diverted. And now Peyton Tripp racing up the ice. Tripp takes a shot wide of the net. Along the end boards now. And racing up the ice, that's Lucy Jean. Gets it over Hennigan. Correction, that is Kelly. Catherine Kelly contested along the end boards. Craven sends it back. Sent out from the left point by Lumnicki, and now deflected into the far side corner. Back to Arthur. Arthur sends a saucer towards the net, and that is deflected. Here comes Cipoda, who will send it up, and we'll get a whistle. Like, see what the call is here. Might be. Yeah, we are going to get a call. It's going to be an interference call on Callie Arthur. So Ashland will have their second power play opportunity of the game. Off the face-off. Wristed up the far side by Hedger. Hillers have a 2-on-1 coming up ice. Beeler sends it out. Popped back off the far side boards. With it, Molly Wade. That's popped off the boards by Hedger. Sent back up the ice by Beeler. Collected by Kelly. She'll send it near side and just sent right back into Ashland territory by Gaughan. Jean trying to get in there. Just gets by the stick of Finnegan. Here's a breakaway. Pinto. Jean able to race in and take it away. Lucy Jean bringing it up the ice. Gets it over to Finnegan. Deflects off the stick of Finnegan. Sent to the far side. Picked up by Hedger. Jean with it. Pops it off the boards in Ashland territory. Good send away there. 40 seconds left on the power play. Here's Jean putting on the moves. Looking to race in, gets it over, and just past the reach of Finnegan. Sent up along the boards by Hedger. To the near side it goes. 20 seconds left on the Ashland power play. Bringing it up the far side, Sabota. Looking to close in, contested by Hedger. Now along the corner. And Finnegan able to deflect it back to the boards. Jean gets a breakaway as the power play expires. Racing in, gets some help, and that shot by Beeler deflected. Well, that was some good timing there. But fortunately for Ashland, Bailey Berry was back to defend. There's a shot punched away by Arthur. Off the stick of Peyton Tripp. Sent out to the slot to flex off the stick of Sensio. Now jammed up along the near side corner. Jean able to take it. Putting on the moves. Looking to bring it up ice as we just passed the 2-minute mark. Sends it out. Ashland gets it back. Peyton Tripp knocks it to the near side. Hedger sends it up the far side as she takes a hit. And a nice job by Beeler getting around the defender as she's on a breakaway. Closing in, out in front, a backhander and another score! Morgan Beeler, putting on the moves, is able to take it out in front and make it a 7-0 game. At 1:31 left to go in the second period. Well, that was just a tremendous breakaway by Beeler. She came up the ice with authority. And we'll get a whistle here. Face off at 1:19 left to go in the second period. Hillers have added 4 more goals in the frame. Here comes Ashland. Into the slot and not deflected out by a defender. Along the far side now. Looking to set it up the boards was Young. Puck squirts out. Into the high slot. And turned back towards the far side. Now coming away with it to Hearn. And she lost it. Hillers have it, and they have the numbers. A 3-on-1. There's a shot, and a glove save by Hedgie. Get a face-off in Ashland territory. 43 seconds left in the period. Beeler up against Houston. Set to the top of the circle towards the net. Covered up. We'll do it again. Just 4 seconds off the clock in that sequence. Beeler up against Riley Houston. To the far side. Sent to the near side by Ahern. That shot deflected. Popped off the boards by Lubnicki. Sent out to the neutral zone. Wristed up the far side by Sabazic. 5 seconds left as Ashland looking for a last-second breakaway. Closing in, there's a nice shot, but a great save by Riley Cholera. Riley Houston with that last shot, and after 2 periods of play, it is the Hopkinton Hillers 7, Ashland nothing. All Hillers so far this afternoon. A great Saturday matinee performance by this girls varsity co-op team. We'll take a timeout and show you some of the latest Hiller highlights, and then we'll come back with the third period. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers girls varsity co-op hockey live on HCAM.
HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as MapFree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance. On Monday, December 22nd, Hiller girls hockey hosted Auburn. It was a 1-0 Auburn lead heading into the second period.
Good moment to go back on that power play. Popped off the glass by Tatum down the far side. Puck loose in the neutral zone, picked up by Beeler, sends it over. Pass by Hedger over to Craven. Craven looking to approach. Into the right circle, and it's in! A score for the Hillers! Abby Craven rings it in!
It remained a 1-1 game into the third period.
He picked up along the near side and wristed across the ice by Connor. And now approaching, and right off the bat, Lauren Connor gets a breakaway and puts Auburn back on top. 29 seconds in. She takes it into Auburn territory, into the left circle, trying to get through the defenders. And a shot, and it's deflected in! Lucy Jean takes it up in Auburn territory. Gets help from Morgan Beeler in front of the net.
Auburn would hang on for the 4-3 win. On Tuesday, December 23rd, the Hiller boys basketball team had their first home game of the season and tried to capture their first win after 2 road losses against Millis in front of a pumped-up crowd. Myself, Tom Nappy, on the call.
Out of the corner. He pump fakes, trying to get it back to Fortier, and it's stripped away. Elstrom Hall with it for the Hillers. Feeds it over to Cho, and now into Riley. Back out to Cho. 3-ball, yes! Gavin Cho with a pair of threes to start off the night. Set for the entry. Great atmosphere here the day before Christmas Eve at the Athletic Center. And a great shot there. Rocco Spinelli, the junior, for 3. But Millis trying to respond here. What a block by Gavin Cho. Hillers get the turnover. Cho takes it down, feeds it to the corner. Up for 3, yes! Rocco Spinelli. Spinelli has it. Spinelli coast to coast. No good. Batted in the air. Watante able to keep it for the Hillers as he kicks it out. And now a shot from the lane. Yes! Rocco Spinelli from 3-point land. Peavy takes it right back up. Down the lane, shot from the block. And a good block by Lohr. A steal for the Hillers, and how about that? Miles Evie says, "You're going to block me? Well, I'm going to steal it away and draw a foul." Plus get a bucket, of course. An and one opportunity.
wants to cool him down. Elstrom Hall feeds it over, up and in. Andrew Boschman. McNally gets it over to Spinelli, trying to feed it into the interior, knocked back out to Spinelli. Up top, Elstrom Hall behind the back dribble, feeds it underneath. And the kick out, 3-ball, yes! Connor Wynn. Show feeds it over to Wynn. Now, if you're the Hillers, you're going to maybe hang on to the ball a little longer here as Connor Wynn knocks it down from three-point land. Show back to Wynn. Over to the short corner now. McNally feeds it out. 3-ball, yes! Rocco Spinelli strikes.
Hillers took the win 69-58 and improved to 1-2 on the season. Millis falls to 3-1 on the young season. For the Hillers, Rocco Spinelli led the way with 16 points. Gavin Cho contributed 15 for the Hillers in their home opening win. On Saturday, December 27th, the Mary Corby tournament kicked off. In Game 1, Hopkinton defeated Medford 74-37. A big offensive performance for the Hillers. In Game 2, Milford got the win over Algonquin 45-33, which set up a Hopkinton-Milford Mary Corby championship rematch. Hiller girls hockey also hosted Wellesley on Saturday, December 27th.
Flipped up the ice by Jillian Sostet. And now along the end boards. Sent out to the slot, and that's a score. What a great way to get started for the Hillers. And that was Catherine Kelly to Nina Altier. A great feed from Kelly and the junior out of Tri-County, Nina Altier, with the first score of the game at 13:34 left to go here in the first period. Cholera. Hillers trying to respond with some pressure of their own as Jean racing up. 5 seconds left. Closing in towards the net, and she puts it in! A buzzer beater by Lucy Jean! Unbelievable! Right at the buzzer, she races in and pops it in.
Hopkinton led 2-0 heading into the second period.
Ball on their side. Of course, Hiller girls basketball got a win earlier today. Lucy Jean racing into Wellesley territory. Rest there, wow! Rings it in, top shelf! What a shot! There was just no stopping that shot. An incredible blast from the near side.
Another Lucy Jean goal makes it a 3-0 Hiller lead heading into the third.
Beeler sends it across. Nice feed to Jean. Jean closing in. Gets around the defender, a backhander, and she's got another one. How about a hat trick for Lucy Jean? Back to the zone, now deflected back in Hiller territory. Along the far side, putting on the moves, closing in. Into the circle and rings it in. And guess who? Lucy Jean again. Score number 4 for Lucy. Goal number 5 for the Hillers.
4 goals from Lucy Jean overall, and the Hiller girls co-op team capture the 5-1 win over Wellesley Lincoln Sudbury Co-op, improving to 1-4 on the season. On Sunday, December 28th, day 2 of the Mary Corby tournament took place. In Game 1, the consolation game, Algonquin took the win over Medford.
In the championship game, Hopkinton got big offensive performances from Tegan Restaghini and Gabby Simulus, and some great defense took the 41-33 win and their second straight Mary Corby Invitational Holiday Tournament title. The Hopkinton girls are now 4-0 on the young season. HCAM Sports is supported by our viewers and by the Dentist at Hopkinton. Founded by Dr. Jill Tansey in 2003, the Dentist at Hopkinton provides state-of-the-art dental care in a comfortable and relaxing setting to patients of all ages. They are located at 77 Main Street and online at hopdent.com.
And welcome back into the New England Sports Center. We are just about ready for the third period. Tom Nappy, happy to be with you on the call. Dave McCarthy on camera. A 7-0 Hiller lead as we enter period number 3. 3 goals in the first period for the Hillers, 4 more in the second. It was Lucy Jean to start things off in the first at 9:53 left to go. Then you had Abby Cramen at 3:18, Lucy Jean at 1:34. Then in the second period, you had Morgan Beeler at 13:48. Beeler again at 12:51. Lucy Jean at 11:24, and Beeler again at 1:31. So Morgan Beeler and Lucy Jean both with hat tricks here this afternoon as we are ready to start the third period. And off we go. Hiller is working left to right across your screen. Sent up the near side, collected back ice by Sam Kelly. And that is swung up the boards by LeCurie. Sent around along the near side. Cramen looking to approach. Takes it up the near side to the net and nearly at it. Just went wide. Back to Cramen. Cramen looking to approach, now contested by Olivia Ahern. And that puck will be sent floating up the far side. Callie Arthur picks it up back ice. And she's contested. That's sent to the slot, deflected. Arthur gets it up the boards. Corralled at the blue line briefly by Ashland, but then Cramen got in there. Callie Arthur with it. Hiller's in the midst of a change. Arthur looking to approach. Cramen along the far side. Gets it over to Finnegan. And also with Finnegan was Gillespie. Now back up to their side. Ashland on a breakaway. Gets around the defender, trying to squeeze it in, and a tremendous save by Riley Cholera. Cholera, she has just made some excellent saves lately. And she has been so solid in net for this Hiller team. And it looks like we'll get a whistle here at 13:08 left to go. Do we have a penalty? We're gonna have a high stick call. It's a high stick call, and we have running clock in effect. With the Hillers leading 7-0 is set for the face-off. Finnegan and Tripp. Along the near side. Ashley looking to take it up. Peyton Tripp sends it up, and now trying to break away was Anna Pinto, but a couple of Hiller defenders able to get in front of her. Now battle for possession along the near side. Some back and forth here. That is sent up by Gaughan. Collected by Ahern. Sent back ice over to Kelly. Kelly looking to approach. There's a shot, deflected wide. Picked up by Hedger. Hedger battling along the far side boards, able to get it into Ashland territory. And Hedger going to deflect that attempt by Barry to put it back up ice. Now battle along the end boards. Hedger sends it out to the left circle. Hiller is trying to create some pandemonium in front of that net, into the right circle. That shot deflected off a defender. Along the far side now. Looking for the breakaway, Pinto. Hedger got the stick in there. Pinto along the end boards, being contested by Hedger along with Finnegan. Hedger comes up with it, gets it up the far side. In the Hiller territory now. Hedger looking for Beeler, got by her. And now Sensio looking to approach. Beeler gonna cut her off. Gets it back to the far side boards. Hennigan racing up the ice. She's contested along the end boards. Puck comes free. Beeler trying to dig it out of the near side corner. Sends it back around to the far side. Hedger along the blue line, puts it back towards the net, and it's covered up by Henchy. We'll get a face-off at 10:22 and counting with the running clock in effect. 7 goals or more puts the running clock, a 7-goal or more lead puts the running clock in effect. Sent back by Lubnicki. Beeler pops it off the near side boards, battle for it. Lubnicki pops it off the far side. Battle along the boards for it. Over to Callie Arthur. Back into Ashland territory. Hearn sends it far side. Hedger going to set it right back up. And that's poked up the ice by Sam Kelly, looking for a breakaway. Hearn closing it off the glove of Cholera. Another great save there by Riley. Along the near side and into Ashland territory, we'll get an icing call at 9:04 and counting left to go. Yeah, if you're the Oilers, you can just keep icing the puck, keep burning that clock away. Out in front of the net, and Colorado will land on it. Yeah, I mean, if you're the Hillers, clock's certainly your friend right here. Colorado should not be shy about covering the puck up. And you don't really need to be shy about icing either. A battle for it along the far side boards. Jean with it. Gets it near side of Kelly. Kelly sends it out. Popped off the boards by Gaughan. Battle along the near side corner. That is sent up there to collect his Jean. She gets it back to the far side, but to Gaughan. And we get a whistle here. We're gonna have an offsides call, looks like. 7 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in this third period. Hedger sends it up. Along the end boards. Yeah, I like the running clock rule. I'd say if you get a 7-goal or more lead, you deserve that reward. A 2-on-1 here, however. There's a shot. Glove save, Colorado. off the face-off. Sent up the near side by Gillespie. Into the neutral zone now, sent back into Hiller territory by Rogers. That was picked up by Lemnicki. Hillers battling for it along the far side, sent back up. That is poked back up the ice. With it is Lemnicki, and she'll take it around. A nice feed by Lemnicki to Finnegan. She's able to pop it off the end boards. Finnegan shoots it across. In Ashland territory it goes. Now with it, Lemnicki in the neutral zone. She tries to fling it in Ashland territory. Olivia Young collects. Young putting on the moves into the slot. And good defense there by the Hillers as Hedger able to get out in front of it. Hedger racing up the ice. Closing in, and that shot deflected. Jammed up along the near side corner now. Olivia Hedger showing some great speed. Coming up the ice there. And she is certainly going to be someone to look out for on this team. Along the near side. Popped off the boards by, is that number 2, Kaylee Doobie. Doobie gets it over. Hedger approaching. There's a shot turned away. A good shot by Hedger. Nice save by Henschke. Another shot from the top of the circle turned away. Hillers bringing the heat. Popped off the boards. And now trying to take it up, Sam Kelly. Kelly racing in. Callie Arthur gets out in front, sends it towards the slot. There's a shot turned away. Now last shot by Sensio. Puck squirts out to the blue line. Look out. Big shot there, just wide by Kelly. And now out in front, another save. Good pressure there by Ashland. But the Hillers able to survive. Beeler sends it towards the end board. Puck squirts back, covered up by Henschke, and we'll get a face-off. We're under 4 minutes left in this quick-moving third period. Craven with it. Takes it into the right circle. There's a shot, and it's deflected out of play. Another face-off coming up. Top of the circle, sent back down to the corner by Sabazic. And now Hennigan coming out with it. Sends it out towards the high slot. Sabazic brushed it towards the far side there. Callie Arthur sends it back. Over to Pinto. Trying to come up. She's contested. Arthur gets in front of her. Vila pops it up to the near side boards. Now into Hiller territory. Collected along the end boards by Sabazic. And here comes the Hillers. This is Beeler. Gets it over. There's a shot turned away. That was Beeler getting it to Eltier. Eltier sends it out. Top of the circle, a wrister towards the net. Off a defender it goes. So back and forth along the near side. Puck squirts out once again to the corner. Looking to bring it out. It was Cramen. Puck ends up around the boards to the near side. Just under 2 minutes left. And a running clock, third period. Callie Arthur lifts it into Ashland territory. Here comes Craven. approaching, and she'll take it around. Craven towards the slot. Sends it back to Finnegan. Yeah, the Hillers not so anxious to shoot, you know. They figure, we can just hang on to the puck here in this situation. We got this game locked up. Let's just burn that clock away. Along the near side, into Hiller territory as we approach a minute left. Battle for it along the boards.
1 minute remaining in the period.
Trying to take it up ice is Hedger, contested by Raymond. Poked up the far side, 45 seconds and counting. That is sent over towards Gillespie. Gone. Sends it towards the corner. 30 seconds left. The Hillers just trying to keep it in Ashland territory at this point and take the shutout win. Popped off the boards. Into the neutral zone, wristed up the ice. Towards the end boards it goes, and that should pretty much do it. And that is going to wrap the game up. The Hopkinton Hillers take the 7-0 win over Ashland. A very impressive performance by this Hopkinton Hillers girls co-op team as they take an impressive win here today over Ashland, 7-0. 3 goals in the first period, 4 goals in the second period, running clock for the third period. Certainly doesn't get any better than that for this Hopkinton team as they collect a big league win here today. Ashland falls to 0-5. Hopkinton girls are now 2-4 on the season, and they are feeling good as they take the game here today against crosstown rival Ashland by a final of 7-0. A big thank you to Dave McCarthy for his terrific camera work, and Matt Clark running things back in the studio. And for everyone else at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. The final score for the final time, Hopkinton victorious over Ashland by a final of 7-0. We thank you for watching Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Hockey on HCAM. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.